And since we're discussing wars and weaponization, how could we not talk about Pakistan, a country adept at weaponizing issues, even if its attempts end up misfiring? Something similar happened recently. Pakistan tried weaponizing the Kashmir issue in the United States. And like always, it was left with egg on its face. Let's tell you what happened. Pakistan's foreign minister went to New York, Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, a known gaffe machine famous for his slips of tongue. This was his first official foreign visit as the foreign minister. The aim was to impress the international audience and gather support for the new government. In Pakistan's eyes, there's no better way to do this than target India, and that's exactly what Bilawal did. He met Antonio Guterres, the chief of the United Nations. He talked to him about India. What exactly? What else but Jammu and Kashmir? Reports say Bilawal told the UN chief that peace with India will remain elusive unless the Jammu and Kashmir issue is resolved. He also slammed India for the abrogation of Article 370, a move that India has repeatedly called an internal matter aimed at the development of the Kashmiri people. Well, speaking at the UNSC, the United Nations Security Council, Indian diplomat Rajesh Parihar called Pakistan's attempt a Pavlovian response aimed at misusing the UN forum. He said the only contribution Pakistan can make to resolve this issue is to stop state-sponsored terrorism. Listen to this.
I'm constrained to take the floor again at this late hour. In the interest of time, I'll be brief. Pakistan's representative made unwarranted remarks which symbolizes nothing but a Pavlovian response aimed to misuse any forum and every topic to propagate false and malicious propaganda against my country. The Union territories of Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh were, are, and will always remain an integral and inalienable part of India. This includes the areas that are under the illegal occupation of Pakistan. No amount of rhetoric and propaganda from any country can deny this fact. The only contribution that Pakistan can make is to stop state-sponsored terrorism. As regard to his other remarks, we will treat it with the contempt it deserves. I thank you, Mr. President.
Treat it with the contempt it deserves, he says. No better way to put it. The thing is, Pakistan's economy is in the doldrums. Inflation is at a record high. The currency is at its weakest. Foreign reserves are running out. The country is languishing in the FATF grey list. And what is the one thing that they continue to focus on? Kashmir. Pakistan needs to focus on how to feed its people, which, to be honest, was the real agenda of Bilawal's visit there. On Wednesday, he met the US Secretary of State Antony Blinken. This was their first meeting. What was it about? Ensuring food supplies. Listen to this.
Thank you so much, Secretary Blinken. It is such a pleasure to be here at the United Nations, and we look forward to engaging on the series of events on global food security. We are aware that recent geopolitical events have indeed aggravated the situation, and countries like Pakistan have already been facing challenges in food security, water security, energy security, because of a whole host of issues ranging from climate change to issues in our neighborhood. So this particular initiative is most welcome and most important.
Full marks for the accent, 0 for being discreet. He spelled out all of Pakistan's problems in one go. Food scarcity, water shortage, lack of energy, all of it. And we thought foreign ministers were supposed to be diplomatic. Well, things got more bizarre when Mr. Foreign Minister sang praises of the former Prime Minister, Imran Khan, his arch enemy. Look at the headline on your screens. In the US, Bilawal defends Imran's Moscow visit. Now, you may recall that on the 24th of February, when Russia invaded Ukraine, Imran Khan went to Moscow. He called the situation, quote-unquote, exciting. And you know what followed? Imran Khan was removed from his post, the PM's post, within a month, and he blamed a US conspiracy for his ouster. Bilawal Bhutto Zardari has now defended this Moscow visit. He says Imran Khan was unaware. He did not know about the invasion. Listen to this.
As far as the former Prime Minister's trip to Russia, I would absolutely defend the former Prime Minister of Pakistan. Pakistan's Prime Minister conducted that trip as part of his foreign policy, and without knowing that no one is psychic. No one has a sixth sense. There's no way we could have possibly known that would have been the time to start, that the current conflict would start.
Well, you heard that. No one is psychic. No one has a sixth sense. Such maturity. Only if someone could tell Bilawal Bhutto Zardari that Imran Khan is not returning the favor. Last we checked, he had called his US visit a beg for money trip. It's funny how soon the dynamics change. A leader who was recently roaming the world with a begging bowl himself is now accusing others of doing the same. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.